Good morning. This is Chair French, and I am convening the regularly scheduled business meeting of the Kansas Corporation Commission for this Tuesday, September 26th. I am joined by my colleagues, Commissioner Keene and Commissioner Keither. On today's agenda, we have 35 consent agenda items and 2 noticed items. We will begin with the consent agenda. Commissioners, you've had the opportunity to review all of the orders on the consent agenda today. And let me ask if either of you have any questions, and I will start with Commissioner Keither.
No questions.
Commissioner Keene.
No questions. I would move approval of the consent agenda, noting in particular my recusal from consent agenda item number 4 involving Quito and consent agenda item number 6 involving Wildcat.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda, noting Commissioner Keene's recusal on items number 4 and number 6. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, those in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. The consent agenda is approved. We will now move to our noticed items. We have 2. The first is in docket number 24 TRAM 209 PEN. And this is a proposed penalty order in that docket. And our presenter for this item is Mr. Hassan Latif. Good morning, Hassan.
Good morning, Commissioners. The penalty order before you arises out of a compliance review of Kenny Brown, a common motor carrier that hauls dirt, rock, and sand operating out of Lawrence, Kansas. This penalty order is based on an investigation conducted by Special Investigator Jared Smith. And during that investigation, the investigator found several violations, and the order before you assesses penalties for 8 counts, resulting in $5,550 in total penalties. Several of the penalties are enhanced because staff deem them to be intentional. I'll briefly summarize some of the violations. There's a $1,300 enhanced violation for failure to implement an alcohol controlled substance program. The same violation had been found at a previous compliance review. A $1,000 enhanced fine for allowing a driver to operate a commercial motor vehicle without being medically examined and certified. This also was found on a previous review. A $1,500 enhanced fine for failure to conduct annual inspections on the commercial motor vehicles operated, which was also previously found. Additionally, there were violations related to the company's drug and alcohol program and failure to submit corrective action plan and attend a safety seminar as previously ordered after the previous review. So staff recommends approval of the order with the penalties as marked before you. Both I and staff are available to answer any questions you have.
Sorry. Are there any questions on this order? I'll begin this time with Commissioner Keene.
No questions on this order. Thank you for the overview, Hassan. It was really good. And I think on behalf of my colleagues as well, I would commend our investigator, Jared Smith, for his diligence and obvious thoroughness in this matter.
Commissioner Keither, any questions?
No questions. I would second the opinion of Commissioner Keene, however. It's a thorough presentation. Thank you.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the proposed penalty order in this docket. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, those in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. Hearing none, the order is approved. Our other noticed item is in docket number 23 TRAM 560 PEN, and this is another proposed penalty order. And our presenter again is Mr. Hassan Latif.
Thank you. This penalty order arises out of a compliance review of the operations of A&B Transportation LLC, a common motor carrier hauling general freight that operates out of Kansas City, Kansas. The penalty order is based on an investigation by Special Investigator Matt Adams. And during his investigation, he found several violations, and the penalty order before you penalizes 9 counts, resulting in $8,250 in total penalties. Again, there are some enhanced penalties on this penalty order as well. They include a $3,500 enhanced fine for using a driver that was prohibited from performing safety-sensitive functions in the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse, a $2,000 enhanced fine for falsifying records of duty status, a $750 fine for failure to require drivers to use timesheets and a $900 fine for failing to preserve supporting documents for the loads hauled. Additionally, there were violations related to the company's drug and alcohol program, as well as some hours of service violations. Staff believes the order appropriately assesses the penalties against this carrier and recommends approval of the order. Again, both I and staff are available to answer any questions you have.
All right, thank you, Hassan. Are there any questions on this proposed order? And I'll begin this time with Commissioner Keither.
No questions, but being new to this game here, these are so egregious. I'm horrified. But I have no questions.
Commissioner Keen.
No questions. Again, I would commend our field investigator. These folks are really conscientious, and I think although this is arising from a compliance review, Matt Adams is certainly to be commended for his thoroughness and his diligence. Having said that, I would move the approval of the order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the proposed order in this docket as described by Mr. Lateef. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, those in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, say no. The order is approved. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you for staff for being available. We have now come to the end of our agenda for today's meeting. If there is no further business to come before us today, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I've got a.
Go ahead, Commissioner Keither.
There was another issue that was sent to us in an email this morning about Black Hills. Was that covered in our?
I don't believe I have that as an agenda item.
I thought it was added. Okay, all right, my bad.
No worries. I'm sure they will get it to us on a later agenda. I think there may have been added to a consent agenda. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes,
Yes.
So that was covered, that would.
Yes,
would have been
exactly.
Okay, all right.
It would have been
Just wanted to
covered.
make sure.
Very good.
Okay.
All right.
There was some time sensitivity to it, and I believe it's taken care of. But thank you, Commissioner Keither, for bringing it up.
Yeah.
With that, if there is no further business to come before us, I would now entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Those in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank
care.
you.